Hello and welcome to OK, Let's Go Atlanta. I am your host, Zach Andrews, and for those of you who are joining us for the first time, OK, Let's Go Atlanta is a talk show where we delve into the city life and local flavor of this wonderful city. And to help me today with that, I have my special guest star, Ryan Lopez. Ryan, what's your story?
As you know, Martin Luther King Jr. played a very large role in Atlanta's history, so naturally my team and I went out to his memorial where we ran into the World Peace Rose Gardens organization, which consists of volunteers from Missouri State.
That's a really good cause. What else do you have about that?
Well, they were gracious enough to let my team and I interview them, and we brought that footage for you here tonight.
That's wonderful. Now let's take over to the footage that Ryan got while he was out in the city.
Here we are at the National Martin Luther King Jr. Historical Site, where a group of volunteers is planting a rose garden. I'm here with Mr. TJ David, the co-creator of the International World Peace and Rose Gardens. So Mr. Davis, tell us about the project you're working on today.
Well, today this is the Martin Luther King Jr. I Have a Dream World Peace Rose Garden, and today we've been planting roses, and we're also going to be mulching the garden.
What inspired this project?
Well, we're International World Peace Rose Gardens, and we create rose gardens for world peace on the cultural, historic, or sacred grounds of the world. And each garden has a meaning of peace. So this one here is about the ideas of peace through nonviolence, the ideals of Dr. and Creator Scott King. These gardens, this garden here exemplifies the life of Martin Luther King Jr., Creator Scott King, or the aspects of peace through nonviolence. And so we have roses we have the Creator Scott King rose in the garden, and that honors Creator Scott King. And that row of roses is on line with the exact center of the tomb of Dr. Creator Scott King right across the way there. And then we have red roses, which weaves its way through the garden, and those honor all African Americans and their contribution to the world history, accomplishments that they do. And then we have all the different multicolored roses. Think of each rose as symbolizing a different culture, a different nation, a different religion. So this way it's about inclusiveness here in this garden.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We noticed there's like a lot of art. There's a lot more people, obviously. The biggest building in Springfield is like 10 stories high. So being in Atlanta, it's a much bigger city. It's cool to experience like the diverse population that's here, and just get to see how this community has evolved and what it looks like compared to where we're from. So hopefully we can take back some things from Atlanta and try to influence our own community.
And what has been your favorite experience so far?
Riding the MARTA system and the public transportation, it's very interesting because it's kind of like a melting pot of diverse people, and we've met so many people through the MARTA, through just walking around downtown, and the people here are so friendly and so willing to share their experiences and their stories and listen to ours as well. So we almost feel like we've kind of joined into the community, only being here for a couple days. So that's definitely the coolest part.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Wow, that was a stunning video. It was really interesting and amazing how they used the roses to not only represent different races, but also represent the ideals that Martin Luther King Jr. had about including everybody. It's a stunning project and a wonderful thing that they're doing out there.
It inspired my team and I so much that we went inside of the museum where we got more footage, which I also brought for you today.
Oh, well, let's take a look at that as well.
Now, we're inside of the National Martin Luther King Jr. Historical Site. Here they offer the flavor of Atlanta's diverse and progressive history.
Oh, that's really interesting. You went and saw the birthplace of Martin Luther King Jr.?
Yes, we did. It is the one that is black and yellow.
Oh. And what are you doing here?
Well, here we have a representation of the journey for racial equality made with statues. Passion, empowerment, and drive. Perhaps the flavor of Atlanta isn't something that can be tasted, but something that can be felt.
Well, thank you, Ryan, for that wonderful footage. That is all the time we have for you today, sadly. And I would like to leave off the show by saying that Atlanta is a wonderful and beautiful city that is made up of many different things. But the main thing it is made up of is its local flavor of empowerment, drive, and passion. Till next time.